Hi there, Doug Stuman with IT Creations. Today we have one, well, actually two, of Lenovo's ThinkStation P360 Ultra workstations. They pack big performance in a wee small package. The Ultra part must be for ultra fast because it sports 12th generation Intel Core i processors, M.2 NVMe storage, plus PCIe 4.0 and DDR5 memory modules, all in a case that is only a little under 4 liters. And at the top end, it sports one of NVIDIA's high-performance mobile A5000 GPUs. Ultra compact for portability, and yet still packing a punch. It's kind of like Ant-Man. Well, maybe not that small size, but it's still about the size of a He-Man or Wonder Woman lunchbox you may have had in elementary school. Maybe still do. You can pick it up with one hand and stuff it into a backpack, which I might just have to do when I leave. Granted, part of the small size is because the power is provided by an external brick. That said, they do have a certain target audience, and it's the more expensive side when you compare it to a standard non-portable system. It's designed for professionals, but could easily be a great gaming rig. Think architecture, film production, gaming development, also remote places like oil rigs, wind turbine farms, that kind of thing. Basically those who have large files and need support from some high-performance applications. This unit offers independent software vendor certifications, or ISV certifications, from some of the major players like Ansys, Autodesk, Avid, Bentley, Dassault Systems, and Siemens. On the front of the system, a power on button at the top, followed by a storage drive activity LED, headset audio connector, a USB 3.2 Gen 2 connector right next to that. Below those, not one but two USB-C Thunderbolt connectors offering speeds of up to 40 gigabits per second. With those, you can connect a 4K display depending on the endpoint connection. You can also charge USB-C compatible devices through those connectors. It definitely shares some of the design cues from the P-series workstations, with the honeycomb pattern perforated front panel offering superior airflow to the internal parts. Did you know IT Creations is a partner with Lenovo? We are, and we can get this little Lenovo ThinkStation P360 Ultra or one of the other P-series workstations just for you. We also carry Lenovo servers and the parts and components to upgrade your system. Try itcreations.com when you're looking for the best deals on Lenovo. On the back of the system, there are a lot of ports. Top to bottom, we have a Wi-Fi connector for the antenna, which is great for remote locations, IoT applications, and for an immediate hookup. Of course, if you want a better connection, there are two RJ45 Ethernet ports, with one offering 2.5 gigabits per second and the other 1 gigabit per second. A little slot for a Kensington-style lock, which is definitely a useful feature considering the portability of this unit. That small latch we'll get to in a minute. To the side of that, a row of 3 DisplayPort out connections, a bank of 4 USB 3.2 Gen 2 connectors, and that little port there is to connect the power brick. Furthermore, ours has the NVIDIA GPU card installed, and you can see 4 additional mini display ports on the upper left. There's also the possibility of installing another PCIe card in the lower right. The innards of this system are easily accessible just by pulling on that latch and removing the inner motherboard cage. The motherboard has a unique design with components on both sides of the motherboard. The motherboard has the CPU and 2 SO-DIMM memory module slots on the one side, with a by-16 PCIe 4.0 slot for optional GPU. Flipping it over, you can see 2 more SO-DIMM slots plus a by-8 PCIe 4.0 slot. The black anodized aluminum heatsink hides the 2 NVMe by-4 PCIe 4.0 M.2 storage slots. This system only came with a single M.2 drive and supports capacities of up to 4 terabytes each. A single 2.5-inch drive with a capacity of up to 1 terabyte can be installed in a small drive cage that mounts in those slots right where the PCIe by-8 slot is located. Everything on the system is easily accessible. Beyond that, once you pull the motherboard cage out of the case, you can still set it on its side and not worry about damaging something. I'm quite impressed with how easy it is to disassemble and remove components. This unit will support up to 128 gigabytes of non-ECC and ECC SO-DIMM modules with an ECC-compatible CPU. Most of the competition in this small form factor category supports about half the memory at up to 64 gigabytes. Think Intel's NUC and the Z2 G4 workstations. Still very cool systems in their own right, but no match for the performance on the Lenovo P360 Ultra. Compute on the edge, data analysis on site as opposed to uploading to the cloud, so a true edge machine. Wi-Fi for use with IoT or Internet of Things is provided by an optional Wi-Fi Plus Bluetooth 5.1 M.2 card. This unit can quickly tackle large files with a compatible application that's ready to go on the fly. It does have a little speaker to go along with the small size and features an audio chip with high-definition audio using the Realtek ALC897-Q codec. It also supports the latest operating systems from Windows, plus a few Linux options. The system has integrated graphics from an Intel UHD Graphics 770 or UHD Graphics 730 card, which is part of the Alder Lake CPU system on a chip design. That's the code name for the 12th generation CPU architecture. Using just integrated graphics, it can power up to 4 displays using the 3 display ports on the back and one of those 2 Thunderbird ports up front. With the addition of a discrete GPU, the system can support up to 8 monitors when you include those supported by the integrated graphics card. If you want top-tier graphics support for superior graphics and potential gaming, you will need to install one of the optional NVIDIA GPUs. One of our units is outfitted with an A5000 mobile card with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory and a power draw of up to 115 watts. This is a mobile card, so not the same power or memory as that on the full-size Workstation version, which has up to 32 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory, and the other system has a full-size RTX A5000 with 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. That GPU is a production version that you will find installed on larger workstations as well. This platform comes in several pre-configured options. Honestly, there are too many options to list here, and just like Burger King, you can have it your way. We will be doing some benchmarks on these systems in a follow-up video you can find a few days after we post this, so subscribe to our channel to get a notification. Other cards supported include the NVIDIA T1000 with 8 gigabytes of memory and the T400 with 4 gigabytes of memory. The various graphic cards support 3 to 4 display ports depending on your choice. I will mention that SLI is not supported. The exceptional performance of this little system is definitely resulting from those 12th generation Core i processors. It's compatible with i3, i5, i7, and i9 processors and features the Intel W680 chipset. Both of our systems have an Intel Core i7 12700 processor featuring a total of 12 cores. But get this, with 8 performance cores or P cores and 4 efficient cores or E cores. I know, I was thinking the same thing. What are P cores and E cores? There are 20 threads, as only the P cores offer multi-threading capabilities with 2 threads per core, while E cores only provide a single thread per core. So that's how we get 20 threads with only 12 physical cores. With the top-of-the-line i9 12900T supported on the system, you get 8 P cores and 8 E cores for a total of 16 physical cores and 24 threads. Anyways, as the name suggests, you get the best performance out of those P cores with hyper-threading, even multi-threading. The E cores only have single-threading capabilities and help deal with normal background tasks and are more power efficient than those P cores. Power consumption is a large consideration given the limited power available on the system. Both of our units feature a 300-watt external power supply unit, but depending on your needs and how the system is outfitted, there are 2 other options: a 230-watt or a 170-watt external PSU brick. All of them offer an efficiency rating of 90% and are compatible with a standard grounded electrical outlet. This is a great little unit if you have a need for something that's small, portable, and powerful. It does have a surprising amount of performance for both work-related applications and gaming given its small size. We will be releasing a benchmark video in just a few days. Subscribe to get notification when we do. If you are looking for the Lenovo ThinkStation P360 Ultra, then check out itcreations.com. We can deliver this system in a number of configurations to suit your workload or gaming needs. Until next time, I'm Stuman with IT Creations, and thanks for watching.